Last week we have seen the announcement of Dominique Leroy, who was the CEO of Proximus, a large Belgian telecom provider, her announcement to leave Proximus to go to work at KPN, which is a Dutch telecom provider. I first would like to make a number of observations why she has left Proximus, and I think there are three. The first element is what we call CEO underpayment. And I know this is a very sensitive topic, but I can tell you that based on studies we do with 900 CEOs and studying their pay levels throughout Europe, we see that this was a case of underpayment relative to market data and relative to market practices. That means a number of companies in fact pay their CEOs almost double. Now, what happens with underpaid CEOs, and that's an important element, well, they are willing to take more risks. And that can be taking more risks with the company in order to make it bigger with the perspective of maybe a higher pay, but also taking more risks for themselves, I would say, being more open to invitations by other firms to come to work with them. The second reason is that this company was going, and that's in itself challenging, through a whole transformation, digital transformation. And of course, that always leads to a number of frictions. The unions are not always in favor of that, and so on and so forth. And I think a third reason is the share ownership structure. This is a company with a government as a majority shareholder, and also a company which is listed on the stock exchange. And of course, you can imagine that both types of shareholders have their own objectives, have their own rights, have their own visions, and so on. So I think that the cocktail out of the three is a very dynamic and maybe even a dangerous one. Now, based on these three observations to some extent, what are the recommendations I would like to make? The first recommendation deals with share trading by top executives. I think that top executives really should appoint a personal advisor who knows everything about the CEO and his or her intentions with the company, with him or herself, in order to give the right advice when not to sell. I'm not talking about financial gains. I'm just talking about the danger of insider trading. So I think they really need advisors in that field. They also need a clear planning if they have shares in their portfolio, if they want to trade them. Okay, what is the plan we are going to make? And a second recommendation I have is that, first of all, I want to be clear. I think it's great that the media are on top of these cases and these issues. I think it's good that we have more transparency, more clearliness in that. That's for sure. But I have felt some smell of malicious delight from time to time, saying, well, okay, but yeah, hasn't she really done something wrong, and so on and so forth. I would say let's keep that as objective as possible. Let's take a look at different opinions, but based on very objective facts, rather than what we think which could happen in the worst case, which is until now not yet proven.